I'd just like to welcome everyone to the TKO gym. For me, it's nice to be back in London. I don't think I've promoted in London for at least about 3 years now. I've been based up north quite a bit, so it's really nice to come back here to London, and it's nice to come back to York Hall, the spiritual home of British boxing, especially with two heavyweights that I've worked with for a very long time, and a complete undercard of new young fighters. Majority of the undercard has been provided by the TKO gym. Johnny is sitting down there. And I'll leave Johnny to introduce his undercard before we get to the top of the bill.
Tommy Watson, 18-year-old. Sorry, Tommy Martin, sorry. 18-year-old from Cambridge. John McIntyre, 25 from Portsmouth. And under Uzgur, 22 from Turkey. Don't speak a word of English, so any questions you want to ask him, he's a very good amateur. Ask for Mo Hussein, I'm sure you'll know Mo Hussein.
Mo is part of the history of York Hall, aren't you, Mo? And I know Logan would like to know a bit more about that because they're doing a documentary on York. Okay. So you fought how many British title fights then?
Well, I've boxed one British title, but I was Commonwealth champion. Defending three times the Commonwealth title.
We're cheap for them, saying.
Go on, Mo, say it again. Why are they that Frank?
Oh, his feet. Stop tapping your feet. You're not dancing, Mark. You're not dancing, mate. And then we come to the top of the bill for the English heavyweight title fight. You know, and heavyweights, we know, always excite everybody. One punch can change the whole history of the heavyweight division, as I've known quite a few times in my own life, and both of these guys have known. To me, it's a great opportunity because the winner of the English title fight puts himself right back in the mix with the British heavyweight scene, which at the moment is doing quite good. The chief support will be a young Scottish heavyweight, Gary Cornish, looking to make a name for himself. And you know, I don't think it'll be long before we see David Price vacate the British and Commonwealth title. So I really believe the winner of this puts herself in a very strong position to be a challenger for that title. I'll just leave the floor open for Matt to speak and for John to speak, and then trainers on each side of it.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Obviously, I was working with Frank in my early years when I first started out, and obviously I had to fight with Price, didn't go according to plan. But I've always stayed in the gym, stayed fit, working with a new trainer, and he's helped me to control my weight. And I know it's a bit ironic, but through my early years, I sort of just took it for granted, done what I'd done and ate what I wanted to eat and so forth. We've introduced some new training regimes and it's working for me. I feel good, I feel fresh and looking forward to it. Obviously, like Frank says, you know, the heavyweight scene in Britain is really exciting to say the least, and as we saw the other day, one punch can turn a fight. So yeah, I'm up for it and I've trained hard and right on the 15th.
So me, I've got a new trainer, Joe. Everything's going well. I've trained hard, done a lot of sparring. Everything's gone well for this fight. You know, I'm looking forward to it. 10 days today, so just counting the days down. Really looking forward to it. Obviously, everybody knows Matt beat me first time, but this time we're watching out for his right hand. So. But,
I mean, I'd just like to add, obviously, fighters move on, and John's been a lot more active than I have over the years. But you know, like I said, I'm not taking it for granted. The last meeting we had, I've took it just as a new fight, a fresh fight. I presume he's up for it, and I am, and hopefully we can put on a good fight. And you know, my aim is to come away a winner. And like I said, I've put the work in. And you know, before anyone comments, people always mention my age, and yeah, obviously I started in the game late, but I still feel fresh. I've had some few tough fights over the years, but I don't think it's really took it out of me. And the hunger's still there.
I just hope that's like wine gets better with age, just like
I mean, I think the strength of the heavyweight scene is shown in these two guys, like the honour to win an English title and then to go and fight for the British or Commonwealth title. Because I know both these guys, while I was negotiating, were both offered a slot on prize fighter the other week, and when they were given this fight and told that probably the winner of this will get another crack at a major title, they both took this fight. So it shows you how they sort of the sort of level they hold the British title at, which I think is good for the sport. Any questions? Come on, iFILM London.
Just get a
a reaction from Matt and John really about what happened to David the other day. What did you guys think?
Who goes first?
John?
Well, I think it's boxing, fairweight boxing. Let's be honest, like, you know, David Price can punch, and obviously other people punch as well. You know, to be honest, I thought it would have gone the second round, vice versa. But that's boxing, fairweight boxing. Two big guys throwing big punches, things can happen.
Matt, same thing?
Yeah, I think, you know, I obviously fought David, met him, and to be fair, he's a lovely gentleman. It's just unfortunate, it's the way it is, and you know, you hear all these cliches, can he hold a punch? I mean, you can look at some of the greats that have been on the canvas and they've come back from it. You know, it's now building him back up to where he was, and hopefully that loss won't scar his career. I just think, you know, mate, you come in there with nothing to lose and just kind of went for it. You look at the punch, it looked like a bit of a nothing punch, but you know, like we said, boxing, and you know, there's two guys, big guys throwing, and one gets caught clean. That's what can happen. But you know, like obviously he's still with Frank, and he's working well with Frank. So I think he'll be back to where he was, and let's hope it doesn't affect him in any way. Like I said, as a person, you know, I think he's a nice gentleman, and I wish him the best.
And John, that defeat 2005, how much of is that on your mind still? I mean, 8 years on.
With Matt? No,
Yeah.
really, listen, it's boxing for you. You know, hopefully on the 15th I'd change it around, you know. But it's one of them things, that's what happened with boxing. He came in, caught him a good shot. I was a bit young at the time to take the fight. But I took it willingly for a chance. But, you know, hopefully on the 15th, the table will be turned.
And are you eager to get rid of this tag as like one of the unluckiest heavyweights in British boxing?
Well, I have been unlucky. But,
yeah.
you know, as it's boxing, so you've got to take the good with the bad. You know, it's a chance for me to come up. You know, I can assure you, I've put the work in, you know, and I've done the best I can. So, whatever happens, win, lose or draw, I'm going to say I've done my best. You know, so, you know, I wish Matt all the best to him. Obviously, all the best to me.
Any more questions, James?
Can I ask both men how far they feel they can go now? The Klitschko era is going to come to an end soon. David Price was knocked out.
One thing I've learned about boxing is you've got to take one step at a time. Don't plan 5 steps at a time, just plan one step at a time.
I mean, for me, it's nice that you even asked that question. You know, when I fought Tom Dallas last time and I was talking to him, and he told me, I said, my daughter's older than you. So from that point of view, it's actually nice that that question's thrown at me. You know, I am literally taking one fight at a time, but I am actually really enjoying it. I said, Mark here, he's not only looks good for the camp, but he brings a lot to the table, and it's exciting. You know, you go into the gym every morning, you don't know what's coming up, but it's exciting. It's not the humdrum we used to do. And you know, Kevin's not here with me now. I'm not saying Kevin, we've had a good X amount of years together. And Kevin, you know, at one stage, after I fought in Europe and won the European title, you know, we sort of sat down and said I was going to call it a day. He kind of went and done his own thing. He'd come back on board every now and again. But I've been working with Mark, and like I say, it's good for me. The Klitschko's and so forth, I'm not even looking that far ahead. I'm just enjoying the moment. And you know, back in the day when I was British and Commonwealth champion, there was a lot of pressure on me. You know, coming from a kickboxing background, and people were rubbishing me. You couldn't do it. This and that. I proved them wrong. I don't really feel I've got a lot more to prove now. I've sort of done what I've done, and like I say, just enjoying the fighting and enjoying the training.
Any more? All right, I'd like to thank you all for coming. The weigh-in is on Thursday, yes, Thursday the 14th. James Russell will fill everyone in for that. And the fight, doors open at 6 o'clock. Boxing starts at 7. It will be shown on loaded TV, Sky Platform 200, and it's free to air. 9:30 I've been told, and we've run it for 2 hours. 2 hours, so there's live boxing from 9:30 to 11:30 on loaded TV, Sky Platform 200. And there's no charge to watch these two guys, or the undercard.
Are you showing the whole fight, whole card?
They film the whole card, and what they don't show loaded on the night, it's shown throughout the week. They set programs. You know, they are actually building a nice little sports platform. They brought out a couple of new magazines as well, which they are profiling boxers in as well. They brought out a weekly magazine, Zip. Yeah, they brought out a weekly magazine called Zip, and in that they're profiling the boxers. Some good pictures in there.
Of me?
Of the women.
Of me? I didn't tell my wife I'm buying a load of magazines.
No, the load of magazines, all right. Actually, they're a monthly magazine. They have done a boxer. They have done a boxer in it every month since it's been rebranded and came out. It started with David Hay. David Price. They've had David Hay in there. They've had the kid from East London, the light heavyweight Jimmy Tim Strange.
Oh, Billy Joe Saunders.
Simon.
Buglioni.
Yeah. They've had it. So they've had one every month since it's been. So they are really pushing, and they are one of the TV channels. If they actually stick in boxing, can actually make it work because they've got the magazines to sort of cross over the boxing into the other market. Because the problem with boxing today, we haven't got a superstar out there at the moment. You know, you can say what you like about any fighter. There is not one since Ricky Hatton's gone. So the only one out there, unfortunately, I've got to say, is Audie Harrison. He actually got crossover appeal. No one else has got that, and he's still got that, and that's what we need. We need a boxer to get this crossover appeal. That he appeals to non-boxing fans as well as boxing fans. And maybe our sport will lift itself back up again, because we are going through a crisis. You know, there's certain promoters having battles with each other, trying to cause a monopoly, just one promoter. So little promoters like me will just keep plugging away and building up.
Seen you before, Frank.
With likes with John. Yeah, we've been through these wars before. You know, boxing's been down before it's come back up, and hopefully, you know, with the intervention of loading and the hard work Johnny Ings puts up here and other people in their gyms, you know, boxing will come back to its rightful place in the British sporting market. With that, thank you very much.